Hello, everybody. Oh, I'm gonna move my mic. Okay. Hello, everybody. What a way to start out an episode, right? I just realized that my mic wasn't adjusted right. Okay. So welcome back to some more of Let's Play The Sims 3 Lepacy Challenge Generation 2. So in this episode, Miss Soonyoung Wolf will be having her baby with her boo Aron. This will be their first child. And I honestly do think that it is time for them to move out. So amongst many things in this episode, they will be moving out into their own place because they are a married couple. And of course, you know, what married couple would want to be living with their mother still. So we have quite a few options here. We have to remember though that Master Controller has a way of separating funds. And like when you move out, so if I go to the phones, okay, of course they have 143,813 simoleons. You can obviously see that in the corner here. But when we go to move by the phone, so I go, whatever is it? It's probably here, move within this neighborhood. We can actually see how much money the game will want to give them. Now, oh, Soonyoung just got reset for some reason. I don't know why she just got reset. Okay, anyway, so if we go house, so they're gonna take a max of 50,000 simoleons. And as you can see, when it's just Aron, oh my god, my kitten is like trying to get up on my lap. How cute. When it's just Aron himself, he gets around 30,000 simoleons, which is quite a bit for just one sim. And then once we add Soonyoung into the mix, it jumps up to 50,000 simoleons. So there is a way to adjust this. However, I think 50,000 simoleons for a couple is a pretty decent amount. My kitten's snuggling into my hand right now. I think he's trying to come up on my desk. I'm not going to let him. Anyway, so I'm going to look around the neighborhood and just see, oh, there's some really nice houses over here. I love these houses a lot because they are so, it's pretty easy to add rooms and things onto them. We can pretty much get any starter home. I don't really want to live out in the middle of nowhere, so I think these houses are kind of out of the question a little bit. As you can see, this is kind of in like the swamp, and I don't quite want to live in the swamp. So we're just gonna bypass those houses. It looks like there's no 2 bedrooms for sale. Oh, there's this one. This is actually a starter home. It's 16,000. This one is, you know, it's not the worst house. It is a starter house though, so you have to remember that. I think this is a pretty good fit for them considering it is 2-bedroom, and of course they have a baby on the way. So I haven't even looked in this house. We probably should look in it before we, you know, because what if the rooms are literally like a closet? Like what if they are tiny? That would be awful. So we're gonna come over here and look in this. This is actually the old house of Tucker Andrews, who moved. He was part of the original Sunset Valley crew, and he moved with us because I thought that him and the boys would become friends. Okay, so yeah, with some renovations, I bet I can make this place really, really cute, especially because they will have quite a bit of money left over that I can work with. I think it'll be a nice place for them to live in. It is like, I wouldn't call this necessarily a trailer, but it is a very like, it's one floor, you know, it's a small house basically. It's somewhere that they can work, you know, they can start off here with their married couple life. Of course, married couples typically don't move into like the biggest house in the neighborhood, of course, because they're just being out on their own, you know, they just got married. So I think it kind of makes sense that they wouldn't have the biggest, most luxurious house. Like they wouldn't have this house over here to start off their married life with, of course. They are, of course, the Wolves are rich, but I wouldn't say that they are that rich. Like they're not mansion down the street from their mom's house rich, you know what I mean? So we're gonna take Soonyoung. We have 50,000 simoleons. We are going to pick this house over here, and I will renovate this off camera. I don't really want to bore you guys because the whole house needs work, and that's, yeah, it's that's what I'm gonna say. The whole entire house needs work. This house must have at least 1 bed, 1 fridge, and enough beds for all the Sims. Provide a suitable house for these Sims or kick them out. There's a bed and a fridge? Huh? Wait, was there no fridge? There was enough beds. Maybe it's because Soonyoung has a child. That's probably, I bet that's what it is. It's because she's pregnant. They want a crib. They want to make sure that the baby has a crib. this kitten is like climbing his way up on my lap, and yep, here he goes, getting on my desk. He's so curious about my keyboard. Okay, so my kitten's on my desk. I'm sorry if like you hear noises like purring or walking. He's very little. He's just a little guy, but still, he's mischievous. Very, very mischievous cat. Like one of the most mischievous cats I've ever met in my entire life. Cats are known for being like kind of mischievous and stuff, but this cat takes the cake for being more mischievous than any cat I've ever seen in my whole entire life. I'm gonna put him on the floor just because I don't want his walking in the background. Oh, baby. Oh, love you, but you gotta go off my desk. Thank you. Okay. Anyway, I want to do a gender neutral room for the current moment because we don't know the gender of her baby. We should go over to Amir and have him figure it out. I mean, there's only she only has like 48 more hours, so we have about 2 more days until this baby comes out. What do I hope that they're having? I hope that they're having, I actually don't have a preference. I was gonna talk about this. Oh my god, he's grabbing my hair and like pulling on it. Ouch. Anyway, I was gonna talk about this later in the episode, but I might as well talk about it now while I'm giving this house a little renovation. So Soonyoung is Korean. Like, I've pretty much definitively said that she's Korean and she moved to China, or she could be both Korean and Chinese, because of course we did meet her in China, but her name is a Korean name. So that would lead me to believe that she is maybe a Korean who moved to China, or like I said before, she could be both Korean and Chinese. Who knows? She will only know that herself, I guess, because she has no way to tell us. Anyway, so I had the idea of, well, not the idea, but I do know, so in Korean, there's kind of this thing that if you have like one parent who's American or one parent who speaks English, I guess, you're actually able to do this thing in Korean where you have, if you're the child of like an American and a Korean, there's a trend that tends to happen where the kid will be named something that works both in Korean and English. So the best example for this is like, if you guys have ever watched the Try Guys, they used to be with BuzzFeed, right? There's one Try Guy, he's Korean, his name is Eugene, okay? Now, Eugene works in English, obviously it's an English name, but it also can be a Korean name. It translates very, very well into Korean. So the Korean equivalent of Eugene is Yujin. So it's translates super well. It's probably, I would say it's the most common crossover name in all of Korean, like, or all of Korea. If you have an English speaking parent and a Korean parent, or if your parents want to like Americanize your name, they tend to, some Koreans will tend to reach for Eugene, which is Eugene in English. And so although I don't want to name the baby Eugene, because, you know, as much as I don't have a problem with that name, I just want to have something a little bit more personal. Eugene is in Korean is like, I think it's kind of more of like a girly name, but I guess it could also work for a boy too, I guess. Of course, in English we also have like some of the same things where some names are more feminine, some names are more masculine. So I've just noticed personally that the name Eugene in Korean is usually a female name, but you know what? To each their own. So on my other monitor here, I just kind of pulled up this Reddit post on r/Korean of some people. So someone said, the post is, my wife and I will be having our first child very soon, and since my wife is Korean and I am American, we'd like to give him a first name that works well in both English and Korean. So pretty standard thing, you know, the mom's Korean, the dad is American, and they want to give their kid, you know, a name that works well in both Korean and English, which is typically the case. And I think I want to do this as well for the baby that Soonyoung and Aron end up having, because as we've already discussed, Soonyoung, I've decided, is a Korean, well, her name is Korean, so I would assume she is Korean. And so some of the names that that this Redditor has thought of are Liam, which in Korean sounds like Liam, like that. So it works pretty well. And then another one they thought of was I think Ewan, Ewan. I've never met anyone with that name before, so I've never heard it spoken out loud. But it works well in Korean. Yuwon, I guess is how you say it. Yuwon, because written in Korean it sounds like Yuwon. So anyway, and then the next thing they have is Ian, which in Korean sounds like Ian or Ian, depending on how you want to say it, however you want to spell it. So there's just a few names there. Some other people suggested some other ones, but if you've noticed, most of these names are boy names. This couple, I mean, I guess it's because the couple is having a boy. That makes more sense to me. So there's also a lot of biblical names that work well in Korean and in English both. So someone was saying Noah or Peter, which is Peter and Noah and Peter respectively. And yeah, so that's just something to think about. Food for thought. Of course, these are all boy names. So like if we have a girl, we're kind of screwed. But I've put a lot more effort, or a lot more thought at least, into this pregnancy than on any other of my Sims. I kind of did the same thing with Roxy, where I wanted the babies to have Dominican names just to kind of keep her culture alive and well. I just love to, I feel like this is a side note and total tangent, but when I have a storyline in my head for a Sim, and in that storyline involves their culture, I definitely want to preserve aspects of their culture. My kitten's pawing at my arm. It's so cute. But yeah, so definitely want to keep aspects of their culture because it's a very big deal to me, because I myself have no culture because I am a white person living in America. Like there's no culture for me. American culture is my culture, but I think it's really cool. I have a friend and he's from Bosnia, and he has culture. It's just interesting that I love to hear about other people's culture, and especially because at university too, that I've met Koreans because I can speak Korean, so I tend to talk to Koreans and stuff like that, and hearing them talk so highly of their culture and how prideful they are of their culture is it's very refreshing to me, because I feel like sometimes in America, when you are like kind of pro-America, you get seen as kind of a redneck, you know what I mean? And this is not me saying you're a redneck if you take pride in your American culture, you do whatever you want, but personally that's not like something I identify with. I'm not like fuck yeah America, you know what I mean? Like I'm like, oh yeah, I'm American, so yeah, all these other people have nice cultures that link back for thousands and thousands of years, and America's like yeah, okay. So anyway, I'm sorry if I'm moving around a lot. My cat is literally going crazy. I wish he picks the worst fucking time to do this. I'm very confused. Okay, so in that whole spiel I just gave you, hey, don't put your claws. Oh my god, he's clawing my chair. He's clawing the mesh on my chair. Let go. This kid. Go, kitten. I love you, but go, please. You're bothering me. You can't take a hint. My god, I can't believe you just did that. Okay. So that whole entire time, there, he finally left. Okay, jeez, whew, we're clear, guys. So during that whole entire time, obviously I gave the baby room a makeover. I think this is a pretty gender neutral room. It's blue. Blue is my favorite color, so I would say that it's gender neutral. And here's Soonyoung and Aron's room. Very, very tiny, but it is their first home, so I think it kind of makes sense, the fact that their house is so small. I feel like we need more light in this room because it's a little dark in here. Just throw a light right in front of the mirror. Why don't we? And okay. So, oh, maybe a rug. A rug might do good in here because this room is like kind of it's a little bit empty. I won't lie to you. What was I saying before? Something about their baby. Oh, so I think it'd be easier if they have a boy, honestly. Because I have all these Korean names that are boy names. And I don't want to use Eugene. because that is like such a stereotypical Korean name, or English name that works really well in Korean. So like, I swear to God, I've met 5 people that are Korean that have the name Eugene in English, and then in Korean they use Eugene, because it really does work so well. Like, it translates perfectly. Okay, the kitchen, the living room's fucking ugly, the kitchen's ugly, but I'll have to do that off screen, because that's my least favorite part of a house. I love doing bedrooms. I love doing kids' rooms. I cannot be bothered with kitchens and bathrooms. Bathrooms are my least favorite renovation ever. Okay, so we're going to take Soonyoung and Aron. We're going to give them this nice house down the street, if the game lets me. Okay, so for some reason, I'm still getting this. The house must have at least 1 fridge and enough beds for all Sims. Do I have to make... Oh, it's because I have to make them active. Okay, guys, so we're about to take a big risk here. Lewis is engaged to his girlfriend, Jade, and I think story progression is going to push them to get married once I move and have them be the active household. So this is a big... this is scary, but honestly, Aron was like the only wedding I really cared about. I haven't even put any thought into Lewis's wedding. Like, I haven't even thought about what I'm gonna do for them. So yeah. Also, Roxy's getting kind of broke. Like, she's down to 80k simoleons, which is a little bit scary, isn't it? Okay, you gotta wake up, Soonyoung. It's time to go, girl. Look at this. This room has been through so many Sims. This room had Amir in it. This room had Aron in it. You know, it's just everyone's had that room. And now it's time for us to go to our brand new home, which is super exciting. I'm going to look at some more posts. So here's some Korean girl names. This one, okay. So a girl name that works well in Korean and English is... We would say Mina, but in Korean you say Mina, I guess, or you can say Minna, depending on how you want to spell it. So that's one we could work with, or Gina, which works, you know, Gina in English, and then in Korean it'd be Tina. So these are some interesting girl names. I should have her go up to Amir and ask him what gender the baby is. I think you can do it that way. You can ask him. Oh, he's not even home right now. Is this him? He is. You know, I love the fact that he has the most expensive car in the whole entire game. Let me show you guys. And he's also a doctor. That is my favorite thing. He has the most expensive car. Apparently, they have 2 cars. They have the Yomoshodo Evasion, which I assume is Molly's car. And then Amir has the Margaret... I'm not even gonna try to say the second word of the name of the car. But yeah, they have 2 cars. I love that for them. They are just loaded, and I know they are. Oh yeah, he got this new home mood. I love that. I wonder if he like misses his, you know, mother. But of course, we are right down the street from them, so it really is no big deal. Is this? Oh, Michael's going to the lot. I assume he's going to go do his ghost hunting stuff. Wow, I didn't realize how slow taxis move until I saw how fast Amir's car was going and how slow the taxi's going. All right, so hopefully Amir lets us in. Oh yeah, he's letting us in right now. And I think we can... Oh, ew, they have stuff in common. I don't like that. It's kind of... Okay, they just throw Kayla. Poor Kayla was thrown on the floor. Speaking of Kayla, ask gender of baby. Okay, let's see. Let's see if he'll answer. And then we can change the baby room accordingly. I'm probably going to leave it blue if it's a boy. Alright, let's see. What is my baby? Is that a boy? Is it... The plus is in the way. It's a boy! They're having a boy! Okay, so now that we know what it is, now we can decide on a name. For boys, I like, so one name that I see on this Reddit post, like the original post that I was telling you guys about, is Leon. So in English, obviously we say Leon, and then in Korean, it'd be Leon, like that, Leon. So it works well, I think. I really like it. Alright, so we have decided the baby name will be Leon, I guess. I am so glad we have a doctor in the family. It's so nice that he is like so high up that we can literally just ask him the gender of our baby and he'll be like, yeah, you're having a girl, you're having a boy, blah blah blah. Alright, let's see. I didn't realize that the love of Jin Lo is a romantic song. Oh, Soonyoung learned that Amir is in a relationship with Molly. Okay, well, we figured out what we wanted to figure out. Oh, I should offer him some remodeling services, shouldn't I? I'll ask Molly in here, because he's on the toilet right now, so I don't really want to bother him. Did I give her? I must have given her that outfit. Oh, you don't even know her, Molly. What the fuck? Well, I guess I'll have you ask Amir, because you don't even know Molly. Alright, well, wake up, Amir. I want to ask you if you want my remodeling services. I think he would say yes. I mean, he fucking needs a baby room for this poor child in the living room who's thrown on the floor. Poor kid. Probably sucks living on the floor. Oh. Is this architectural? Oh, he said yes. That went well. Amir is more likely to accept a job proposal. Alright, let's see. Let's see if he likes my portfolio. Oh, and apparently... Welcome to the perfect... Did she quit her job and become a sculptor? I think that bitch did. Ugh, Ayana, why would you do that? She quit her job in the education career and is now a professional sculptor. Okay, so a study. This house is way too noisy. You want a study out of all things? You want a study? Really? Your child is thrown on the floor and Amir wants a study. Are you serious? Where am I gonna tack that on anyway? Is Molly not going out of the house or what is happening? I want to do this renovation right now. Come on, Molly. She's got to make the bed. Damn, there's so many. This house is a disaster. They need a maid or something. Okay. So the baby got teleported out of the house apparently. No one has the baby. I don't know where she went to. Okay. Whatever. I'm gonna add a crib just for her because that is so fucked up that they literally have her thrown on the floor. So that'll cut into the budget a little bit. Anyway, maybe I could rearrange. I'm gonna delete. No, I don't have to delete this. I can put this outside. That's no big deal. Like most people, I mean, rich people have like bars out by their pool and stuff, so I don't think that this is a big deal that I put that outside. I'm sure he won't mind. I mean, he wants to study anyways, so he's gonna have to sacrifice something, and it's gonna be the bar having to go outside. I can't believe out of all things holy, this man wants to study. Like, don't you want a baby room for your daughter? Don't you love your daughter, Amir? Come on. Okay, so I'm going to put a really nice bookshelf in here just for them. This one goes on the wall. It's like drums. I think it's from a set from a Sims store. Well, I know it is. Okay, let's see. What should I give them? I want a nice one. They don't want a sofa or anything. That's so weird to me that they don't want a sofa. Because where would you sit to read these books? You know what I mean? I don't know. Alright, whatever. Whatever you guys want, I will do. I suppose. It's money in my pocket, so I guess I can't really complain, can I? Okay, so her bookshelf, there you guys go. Wants a coffee table and a stereo. Well, okay, there's no coffee table here. You know what? I'm not even gonna add to the study. I'm gonna put a coffee table in their living room because they don't have one. So, and this is like an easy place to just add it in, to throw it in there. I'm gonna make this darker, I think. Yeah, that kind of goes with like the theme of the room. Alright, and then they want a stereo last but not least, so we will give them a pretty good stereo. We have this one from Town Life Stuff, I think, but I'm gonna give them this really nice one right here. Alright, so we have 2,000 simoleons left. There isn't much else to add, so I'm just literally just gonna turn in the renovation. They sometimes get... Okay, there we go. Well... Like I called it before I even switched over to Soonyoung and Aron's household. Lewis and Jade got married, which is kind of It's like, okay. Anyway, it looks like Molly. Oh, the baby respawned. Yeah, she's still on the floor back there. Hopefully they put her in that crib that I put in the house. I don't even care if it gets me like a bad review. It's fine. We thought it would be best, Jade Wolf was hurt to say. After all, she's over here most of the time anyway, interjected Lewis. The two Sims are now living together. Wow. Okay, they did put her in the crib, which is nice. I'm glad they did that. Let's see if he likes the renovations we did. You know, it is Amir's call. Amir is a doctor, so if we fuck up, then he'll probably tell his patients never to hire us. But you know what? That's okay. All right, what do you think, Amir? Let's see. How did we do? Oh, he liked it. Overall, I think you did a good job. I appreciate how much money you've saved me. I wouldn't mind working with you in the future. Thanks. Nice. Okay, so we'll take a photo. I'll take a photo of the nice sunset in the distance because that makes a whole lot of sense. The camera is like so small that there isn't really much to get in the photo anyway. Oh my god, Soonyoung has been conferred the new title of Feng Shui Fiend by the Twinbrook Town Council. You are starting to show some confidence, and your clients have noticed. When the budget gets tight, look for some old furniture that is begging to be sold. Clients won't miss that old painting, and Charlie, they don't like that aged rug anyway. You are the architectural designer. Your opinion is law. And so our portfolio is now 10% complete, and she added these study photo to the portfolio. It is 5 a.m. She is super tired. She has work in I think a few hours. 3 hours. Okay, well, that was kind of a mistake having her do Amir's house, but that's okay. We're gonna have her go to bed. Honestly, these renovations, when she wakes up, these renovations take like 2 seconds anyway. You literally go over to the house and like, because you know we're not in live mode doing these renovations, she pretty much does her renovations for the day, and she calls it there. Like, she's done by probably 12 o'clock. Must be nice, you know, doing like interior design. I would call this more of an interior design career more than an architectural career, because I'm not building much stuff, but I am renovating a lot of rooms. So I don't know. I said I wasn't gonna do a kitchen renovation, and I still stand by that. I'm not doing a kitchen renovation on camera. However, I want to upgrade their appliances really quickly here, and in order to do that, I'm going to change up some things about this house. I'm going to make this a separate room, I've decided, and by doing that, I'm gonna bump out this wall right here. Oh, I hate this. I hate how you have to bump out the whole entire wall. It really does not make any sense at all. Okay, let's see. Where does this start? I'm gonna bump this out by like 2 blocks, and then I'm gonna delete this wall, extend this out this way. Why is this? I didn't realize this house was 2 levels, or 2 levels of elevation, 2 levels of foundation, I mean, up. That's so weird. Okay, anyway. Anything else we have to add? I'm gonna add this flooring and bump this wall, or delete all these countertops and stuff, because these countertops are not it. And let's see what wallpaper. Honestly, I really like this one. I use this one all the time. It comes in base game, I think, and if you think about it, like, when you look at your walls in your house, pretty much, at least in my house, we have this at the top, and I think this is called molding by the bottom. I'm pretty sure, as my limited knowledge of architecture goes, or I mean interior design, and that's called molding. And so I have that both on my top and my bottom of the wall in my whole entire house. So I think that when you're doing walling in The Sims, shouldn't the walls be like pretty much the same throughout the entire house? Because in my house, through the whole entire house, we have that molding. I'm looking up at I have it in my room. I don't have it on the top, but I do have it on the bottom. Anyway, so I'm going to, wow, I just realized there's like no windows in this whole entire house. Huh, interesting. These are my least favorite windows in this entire game. I really do not like them. I think they look, I don't know, they're not it. I don't know. I just don't like them. Okay, let's add, I love these kind of fridges where like the drawer pulls out on the bottom. I've never had one, so that's probably why I like it so much. It's like, you know, we all like things that we don't have, and we all want things we don't have as well. Okay, so I'm gonna add some more countertops back here, and then over here I'm gonna do a bar area. Maybe like that. This is kind of weird to put the archway here though. Maybe I'll move this countertop over like this and move this over here. Oh, maybe not. You whore. Let me move this over. Okay, I guess it has to be like that. I don't know. Then we'll put like the bar stool thing. No, table, countertop. Countertop. There we go. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Okay, well, we have very limited counter space. Like, we literally have one thing of counter space. That kind of really sucks. I don't know where else I could add counter space. If I add it right, maybe I could put this right here, and then we can have like a loop around there. We go. That's a little bit better, like that. Okay. Maybe remove that one and move this over there. Okay, I think that looks a little bit better. We will not have space to. Now we do. Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, because where would they prepare the food? Because I have to put a sink right here, so I guess they could prepare it like diagonal. Maybe I bump out this wall. I mean, this is not a permanent house, don't get me wrong. They'll probably move out of it as soon as I switch back to the main wolf household anyway. Like, honestly, my Sims have such a tendency to do that I'm not even surprised when like I put so much effort into designing their home and then I switch back over to a different household and then it's like, oh, Aron and Soonyoung have moved out and on their own or something like that. I'm like, oh my god, I just spent all that time trying to give you guys the nicest home possible, and this is how you repay me? How could you do this to me? And then it's just a sad time. Okay, so that kitchen is a little bit bigger now. Definitely a lot better for sure. I'm happy I put that effort in those renovations. And okay. Let's change the countertop color now. I think these are probably my favorite countertops in the whole entire game. I use them all the time. I don't know why, because they're really nothing to write home about. Like, they're pretty average, pretty normal countertops. But dude, sometimes they just hit different. Like, I put these in Kylie and Michael's house. I love Kylie and Michael's kitchen. I snapped. I don't know how I did it, but I seriously snapped when I made their kitchen. Like, it is so nice over there. Sometimes I just go over there just to stare at their kitchen. That's a lie, I don't actually, but you know what? I'll pretend I do. Okay, so I'm gonna give Aron and Soonyoung kind of the same kitchen I did over there. I used really light, like orangey kind of cabinets over there. And I think I'm going to keep with that same trend. I don't know where I got this tile from, but it is so pretty. Like, this kitchen countertop tile that I'm putting on all these countertops. Super pretty, super nice. This is literally going to be a rinse and repeat from Kylie and Michael's house, because it's going to look the exact same, like, guarantee. But you know what? I'll try to switch things up. I mean, Kylie and Michael don't really have enough room to add like these type of countertops in there, so I think it's safe to say that it's fine, to kind of make it look the same, because it really doesn't look all the same. But I don't know. All right, I'm gonna change this to the same wood that is on the counter and just drag this over. I said I wasn't gonna do kitchen renovation on camera, but I don't mind the kitchen renovation. The fucking worst one is the bathroom. I already said this, but I seriously hate the bathroom so much. Like, bathrooms are just not fun to do in The Sims. They're very small, especially this bathroom. Like, this is gonna be a disaster. It's gonna be a disaster to do. All right, this roof is all messed up now. This roof is all kinds of messed up because, oh Jesus, because I added so much to it. I'm gonna, I mean, that doesn't look like the worst roofing I've ever done, but I can definitely do better. This makes me love the Sims 3 roofing tool. Like, after using this roofing tool, I literally cannot complain about the Sims 4. I meant Sims 4, not Sims 3. The Sims 3 roofing tool is so ass. Sims 4 roofing tool is fantastic. I think build mode in general in Sims 4 is fantastic. It's just sad that they sacrificed gameplay. Like, playing that game is so bland and so stale. I'm just sad that they sacrificed like actual gameplay for build tools and create a sim building in Sims 4. Fantastic. Wouldn't have no complaints about it. I literally have nothing to say. I shut my mouth when it comes to build and buy. But in cast, but for sure the gameplay is lacking. Sorry, I can't like do too many things at once. Like I get sidetracked when I build and I talk at the same time. I'm working on it, okay? Making Let's Plays has definitely helped me with like multitasking, I feel like, because you know, I talk as I build and I play. So it pays off in the end, but it takes a while to get to that point, and you know, I'm still struggling with it. I totally forget how in Sims 3 you can't like adjust cabinets. You know what I mean? Like you just have these type of cabinets. You can't add smaller ones. You can't add bigger ones. It's just like, this is it. This is your cabinet tool, and that's it. In Sims 4, obviously you can adjust cabinets. You can adjust the height of cabinets. You can adjust the width of cabinets. So good. So good. I love building in Sims 4. It makes me, when I build in Sims 3, I've never said this before in my life, but when I build in Sims 3, it makes me want to go to Sims 4 and build in Sims 4, because building is just so flawless in Sims 4. And I think building in Sims 3 is kind of clunky, and I don't get me wrong when I say this, don't get me wrong, I do love Sims 3 like with all my heart. I would not be playing this game right now if I did not like this game. The gameplay in Sims 3 is so superior. There are so many things to do. There are so many more things I haven't even touched upon in base game, and that I haven't even touched upon in World Adventures, because there's just so much that I could try to cover all of them. But will I you know, be able to do that? I don't know. I'll try. I do try though. I try to touch upon everything, but there's just so much that I don't think I can. Okay, where am I putting this little plant? I want to put it right over here. Come on. There we go. I have to go to the dermatologist today, you know, just to get my skin checked on. I have acne a little bit, so I wanted him, okay, get this. I have acne and I wanted him to check it out, but he was just like doing a skin check, you know. That's typically what you do when you, on your first dermatologist appointment at like a new dermatologist. They kind of just like look over your skin. I mentioned to the lady on the phone, I was like, hey, so I just want to get like a skin check and stuff like that, but I also have acne, so I want to kind of talk to the doctor about it. Do you think I should just mention it to him in passing, or should you sign me up or make the appointment, you know, just specifically for acne, or what do you think? She's like, you can talk to the dermatologist about it. I'm sure he can fit you in on one visit. I was like, okay. So I get there today, and you know, the lady that comes in first, she like fills out your paperwork and stuff like that. She was like, okay, so what, you're here for, you know, a skin check, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh yeah, I also made the appointment for acne. She's like, oh, okay, I'll have to ask the doctor about that. So, you know, she fills out the rest of my paperwork, all that type of stuff. And then, she comes back and she's like, okay, he's just going to be doing a skin check today. And I was like, okay. And so he comes in, does a skin check, you know, I have to put on this blue robe with the butt open. At least I had underwear on, I guess. And he's like, you know, checking my skin. He checks everything. And then he was like, oh yeah, so I'm gonna have you make another appointment for your acne. And I was like, are you kidding me? I have to drive all the way back here again. And I texted my mom, and my mom's a nurse, and she's like, they just do that so that they can have you have another office visit, and so they can charge your insurance twice. And I was like, oh, my mom knows, because she's a nurse. She knows all about it. So she was pissed off too, because I mean, my mom uses my car more than she uses her own car, because my car is her old car. This is so confusing. She gave me her old car. Oh, Ayana. Ew. Ayana's with this old ass dude. Maybe she likes older men. I don't know. Lana Del Rey's. Oh, he made pancakes and he completely singed them. Good job. She has no jobs yet. I just noticed that. Anyway, so I was saying, oh, so my mom uses my car whenever she wants to take my dog out to the park or something, because my car is my mom's old car. So there's like dog nail marks on the window sill in the car, you know what I mean? Because my dog goes to stick her head out the window, and like her nails make indentations in like the sill of the window, I guess. I don't even think it's called a windowsill, but okay, whatever. So yeah, and my mom drove all the way to like another town, and it's like a 50-minute drive there and back, and she used like more than half the tank of gas. And I was like, Mom, like you gotta refill it, dude. And she's like, okay. And she's making a big stink out of it. And so just today I finally refilled the gas, and she took that trip like 2 weeks ago, because I don't go anywhere. So I don't go anywhere, so the gas like doesn't get used. It kind of just sits there. I just realized the baby's not even gonna be born in this episode, because she has a whole another day until she gives birth. So I told you guys the naming spiel for no reason at all, but that's okay. We need to also get Aaron's inventing stuff. You know what? We don't even need to have him invent here, because I think if you go over to the the scrapyard. Sorry, it just looks like a dump for me. Pick and pull, it's called. I think if you go over here, there's actually one. Or am I lying? I'm a liar. There isn't one over here. There is one over at the Bayless dump. Or I said it again. I'm just gonna call it a dump. It's not a dump. It's a scrapyard. There's a difference, I suppose. Anyway, I think this is so cool. This lot. Like, just look at it. It looks very realistic, doesn't it? You know, you have like the main barn area. I think this is supposed to be a barn. Where's the inventing table? I swear to God there was one here. Or am I just hallucinating? Well, since we're here, we can have him dig for scrap anyway. I swear to God there was an inventing table over here. Oh, someone put down a... What is this? A dishwasher? That looks like a dishwasher. A broken down dishwasher. Okay. Well, I guess there isn't one, so I'm gonna have him just dig through these scrap. You know what? No, let's do a big explosion. Let's do a big explosion. I said I was never gonna do this again. I'm a liar. I'm also like a pyromaniac, so please go off. Oh no. I hate when he walks towards it. I hate it because it freaks me the fuck out. I feel like it's gonna explode when he's like right next to it. Yup. It did it. It did it again. I feel like he's gonna... Can you die from that? I don't know if your Sims can actually die from that, but it really does freak me out when he does that stuff. Okay, so Anna's getting with this old man. I'm gonna have to do something about that, because Anna, I don't know why you're doing this, but he took a beat up commercial dumpster. He took it? Why did he take the dumpster? He took the whole goddamn dumpster with him. Wow, that's something right there, I guess. Okay, well, let's salvage this workout machine. You know, we'll have him just collect all this scrap. He is fucking singed. It's 1:30. Does she have work today? She's on the clock, but she has 0 jobs. Does she have to only get jobs for herself from now on? I don't know. I have no clue. I'm gonna have her go in our brand new kitchen and grab some waffles, and then I'm gonna have her try and go get some jobs from people we know. I think I want to do like renovations of houses and people we know, because that could be kind of interesting. So yeah, like maybe our mom's house. I don't know, that could be fun. Oh, he took the workout machine actually. Wow, this is actually so cool. I like the this is gonna sound weird. I like the dump a lot. That does sound weird, doesn't it? You can salvage these things, and like this is in perfect working condition. I'm pretty sure, at least. Commercial, yeah. It looks to be in perfect condition. Although you can't sell them for any money. You can't. Wait, can you? Let me see. Oh no, these don't work. You replace them. I think this is a discounted price though, so that's cool. Very, very cool. I've never really used the inventing stuff before, so this is all brand new to me. You know what we should do? Oh, this could be really cool. I'm going to add a garage for him in the back. Yeah, like a little shed area. I have one of these at my house. for my stepdad. He has his own little workshop in the back of the house. It's really cool. Well, I mean, not in real life, but like the idea of this is pretty cool. I don't know. It's like a little shed in the back. Are sheds like, everyone has sheds, right? Like that's a universal thing. I'm pretty sure. Maybe not if you live, like, obviously not if you live in an apartment, but I mean, like, different countries, everyone has sheds and things like that. So a shed is a pretty common thing, I think. It might be called something different. You know, the words in English, like, British English are so, it's weird because they change, like, the weirdest words to, I don't know, Englishnize it and Britishnize it. Is that a word? Anyway. So I was playing with some friends from the UK and they were saying like, get in a lorry, get in a lorry. I'm like, what are you guys on? Like, what are you talking about? They're like, oh, lorry's word for truck. That's what we say for truck. I was like, oh, I see. Okay. Well, that was interesting to say the least. I should have known that. I feel like lorry is a pretty common English slang, I think. So I was I was momentarily confused until I actually got it. This is kind of like a shed door, I think. I don't know. I'll make it white because it kind of goes with like the paint of the house. Anyway, I'm gonna leave the walls unpainted and I'm gonna make the floor stone, possibly. Anyway, add some windows, of course. Gotta have some windows in the shed. Can you work with me, please? Work with me, please. We'll just add 2. That seems fine. And then to add to the effect, we gotta add like a dingy light bulb in the bathroom. That seems to be kind of a staple, or not bathroom, in the garage. This seems to be kind of a staple for garages. It's like this dingy kind of light, you know what I mean? Okay. And then we'll add this. Yeah. Cool. Here's Aaron's little shed back here. Cool. I thought that there was one of those inventing tables at the junkyard, but I guess there isn't because I haven't seen one, but I really thought there was. But that is going to do it for me for this episode. Soonyoung will give birth in the next part, so that's something to look forward to. I thought it was going to be this part, but I kind of took my time this episode. I'm pretty sure I literally played like one day. We usually play about 3 days in these episodes. So anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed, and peace out.